All right, I'm back with another video. This one's going to be a little shorter because short week. Cowboys just playing back to back. I mean, there's nothing much really to talk about now. We're just waiting to get in the playoffs. But just like that, Cowboys improved to 12-4, getting to 12 wins 2 years in a row, which is a first for the Cowboys in a long time. Specifically, it's the first time since 1995. You know what else happened in 1995? Cowboys won the Super Bowl. Now, the Cowboys definitely didn't look the sharpest this game, but they got the job done. A win's a win. I mean, honestly, if they wouldn't have had those turnovers, I think this game would have been a blowout. They just kept shooting themselves in the foot, and it just let the Titans keep, coming back and having life. The turnovers are going to have to stop. Because if they don't, I mean, the Cowboys are going to have a quick exit. Let's just say that. It's going to be hard for them to beat playoff teams when they're turning over the football. Granted, the defense is still taking the ball away, but if they are losing the turnover differential, I mean, they can still win, but it's just going to make it really hard on the Cowboys. But I know it's going to stop. At least I hope. This win did come at a cost, though. That's why I call it a little scary win. It's kind of a scary win because we had a bunch of injury scares and had some injuries. I mean, Dak had the first scare where it looked like he hyperextended his knee. I was watching the replay on it, and it looked like he hyperextended his knee. But as it went down, I just saw the play, and he kind of just went down, grabbing his knee. And I couldn't believe it. I mean, I just watched the Cardinals game, I don't know, what was that, 3 weeks ago? Kyler Murray was just running and tore his ACL. I'm like, that ain't good. I just saw their Super Bowl chances, the playoff run, the hype building for this playoff push to get to the Super Bowl just vanished like that. I really thought he tore his ACL or something, and I was just like, oh my God. But he got up, was limping a little, and even then I'm like, oh, take him out, or something, like, something ain't right here. But he kept in, and then a couple plays after he made a run, he was running. So I was like, okay, damn, maybe he's not hurt. And then he threw the interception after that, and that was it. And then he seemed fine after that. But damn, was that a scare. I hope his knee's all good. I mean, the reporters after the game didn't even talk to him. Didn't even ask him about it. What are they not asking him for? I was watching, the post-game conference that they have. I was just waiting for the question. Your knee good? What happened there? You were limping. Nothing. So it was like, did someone go in and not tell him to ask the question or something? Like, it was weird. You would think that, everyone saw that play. You'd think that would be one of the first questions is, hey, is your knee good? What happened there? And honestly, that was my greatest worry. I mean, when you clinch a playoff spot and you still have division hopes, so you're still playing the number 1 seed hopes, but they're slim. Injuries are the greatest fear of a team. In my eyes, injuries could do way more harm to the Cowboys than a loss would have done. But I understand why they had the starters in. I mean, for one, like I said, they still have division hopes and number 1 seed hopes. They need the Niners to lose, Vikings to lose, and Eagles to lose out, and then they need to win out. And also, some players do. They like playing the rest of the games, the regular season's out. All the games to the regular season, no matter if they have the playoff clinched or what, because they like building that momentum. They like getting those extra game reps. I mean, those are game reps. Yeah, they're the last game of the year, and some teams might be taking players off or whatever, but those are game reps. And those are the best. Game reps are the best. And it gets them ready for the playoffs. So I get that, too, why they're playing. It's just scary. Injuries are scary. And they could be detrimental. They could be detrimental for the Cowboys. And any team. And look at Biotish, our center. Hopefully he's all good. Hopefully he's all good. They said it's kind of like a high ankle sprain, so he should be good for the playoffs, which is good. They dodged one there. But it's just stuff like that, People rolling their ankles. Zach Martin kind of had one play where he was holding his ankle, and it's just oh, it's scary. And that's the thing about football and sports in general. Injuries are the worst. They're the worst. And sadly, football is one of the worst sports for injuries. It just happens. It's part of the game, Injuries happen, and it sucks. I wish injuries could just stay away from every single team, But it's not going to happen. And football teams, they either can get lucky on that, or if it hits them like it does pretty much every single team, they got to adapt or die. I mean, that's it. On the bright side, however, I mean, look at T.Y. Hilton. He's slowly getting more playing time, and he's just making plays. And Dak's fully got trust with him. I mean, you can see that. I mean, the connection seems pretty damn strong already, and it's only going to build from here. And the secondary's getting better. I mean, these young guys are getting more reps and everything, and they're getting better. I mean, you could tell they still, make some mistakes, or, it's still worrisome, but they're getting better, and it's awesome to see. And how about Micah, man? Recovering that fumble with one hand, that was awesome. But other than that, I mean, there's nothing really else to touch on. We're just waiting for the playoffs. I mean, we have to wait and see if the Eagles are going to lose. And, I mean, if they win, might as well just rest our stars. But, I mean, if some of them want to play, just get that momentum push, and I don't know. It's always a tough call, honestly. But this year, out of them all, it's such a toss-up. It's such a toss-up who you think's going to win. Honestly, it's a toss-up who's going to make the Super Bowl, and it's a toss-up who's going to win. It could be the Bills could win it all. The Bengals could win it all. The Eagles could win it all. The Cowboys maybe could win it all. The Vikings, the Niners. I mean, there's so many damn teams that are good. And that's what makes this sport so good. I mean, you have so many teams. And at any given Sunday and any time in the playoffs, any team can win. If you make that dance, you can win. And you get hot in the playoffs, nothing's stopping you. But hey, the Cowboys made the playoffs back-to-back years. This is awesome. I really think it will help them. They haven't done that in forever. And going back-to-back years, I mean, yeah, your team changes a lot. Or the team changes a lot from year to year. If you go to the playoffs one year and then make the playoffs the next year, the team still, I mean, it's different, but it's not as much as you make the playoffs one year and then make the playoffs 2 years after that, and then 3 years after that. And you know what I mean? Like, the team totally changes. I mean, this could be a dream run for the Cowboys, a dream playoff run. The Eagles win, then we'll most likely go to Tampa Bay, or I think we will. If the Eagles win, then we will be going to Tampa Bay, or they will be going to Tampa Bay. God, I always do that. I'm not part of the team. They will go to Tampa Bay. They could get revenge from last year's first game and this year's first game. Get revenge on them, send them packing, then go to the Niners. I mean, that is the game that has fueled the Cowboys. Us Cowboys fans and Cowboys that are still on the team, we're scarred from that. That game sucked. That one hurt, and that's only gonna just build the fire. If we go against them, it's got to be a revenge game. We can't lose to them twice, right? So they can't lose to them twice, right? So it's a revenge game. If we send them home, and they're damn good. They're really damn good. If we send them home, it's going to feel so good. Then if we go against the Eagles in the conference championship game, beat them, that would be amazing. Whoever they face in the Super Bowl, that's a dream run. That's a dream run. Take out all of the teams that have done the Cowboys pain and take out a division run. But I'm getting a little ahead of myself. That's all I got. Thanks for watching.